Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to discuss an inspirational poem, Hope is a Thing with Feathers. It is a popular poem written by the American poet Emily Dickinson in around 1861. Children, it is a beautiful poem that gives a way to life. Before discussing the poem, let's discuss about hope. Hope is a powerful force and probably the most important factor when it comes to overcoming life's biggest challenges. Without it, everything is lost. It means if we lose hope, we lose everything in life. But on the other hand, when you hope, things are more likely to turn out the way you want them to do. Why? Because you are willing to do everything it takes to make it happen. When we hope something to happen, we achieve the things. So, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. So, children, with these words, let's discuss about the poem. Children, this poem is written in three stanzas, and each stanza contains four lines. And such stanzas are called quatrain. Quatrain means stanzas written in four lines. Let's begin with the first stanza of the poem. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. The poet here defines hope as a feathered creature that lives inside the human spirit. Means here the poet has made a comparison of hope with a bird that lives inside the human spirit. This feathery thing sings a wordless tune, not stopping under any circumstances. Means when we are hopeful, we do not stop putting our efforts to achieve something in any circumstances. No matter how difficult the situation is, but we are continue with our best efforts. Hope perches in the soul, showing that the soul itself is hope's home. Hope is thus directly linked with the human spirit, where it sings without ever stopping. This perseverance, then, is a representation of humanity's infinite capacity of hope, even in the depths of despair. The poem seems to say people can still have hope, and this hope will sustain them under every kind of circumstances, whether they are harder, or hardest. People with hope, they never give up. Next stanza. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. So, children, first of all, you note down the meaning of word gale. Gale means a strong wind. Then note down the meaning of abash. Abash means to make someone feel embarrassed or ashamed. So, children, this stanza says that the bird sings sweetest in the storm. Means hope shows its importance in times of adversity. When the time is difficult, then we come to know the importance of hope and seems to guide people through that bad times. This point could apply to humanity's challenges in a general sense, or it could relate to more personal experiences like individual grief and loss. In either case, hope gives people the strength to carry on, and it's at its most useful when circumstances are at their worst. And sore must be the storm. Sore here means severe or painful, and storm here means very difficult situation that could abash the little bird, that could make the bird feel embarrassed and ashamed. Means when there is difficult time, there are adverse circumstances in the life, people sometimes they become weak, they become embarrassed, is in that time, hope is the thing that give them strength, that kept so many warm. So many here is used for people who sustained by hope, who could face every kind of difficult situation with with the power of hope. So hope, it seems, can keep people warm, means comfortable and strong even in the worst situations. In the next stanza, the poet says, I have heard it in the chilliest land. Chilliest means the coldest. And on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity. Extremity means extreme situations. It asked a crumb of me. In these lines, the poet says that hope is so essential to human life. The beauty of it, according to the poem, is that it requires particularly nothing of people. Hope doesn't demand anything from the people. Hope costs nothing, not a crumb. Not a crumb. Crumb here means a bit, a small piece of anything. Yet it can literally and figuratively keep people alive. With hope, people can make it through the hardest of times. They just have to listen to the little bird singing its tune. Means they have to keep the hope in their heart. So, children, we come to know that hope can be especially helpful in the most extreme situations, and that people should therefore rely, means trust on it as a precious resource. Now let's discuss something more about the poem. The title we all know that hope is the thing with feathers, and the poetess is Emily Dickinson. And the rhyme scheme, yes, very important. The rhyme scheme of the first two stanzas is AB. AB. What is rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is a pattern of word at the end of each line in the stanza. So, children, you just note down the rhyme scheme in your book. The first two stanzas is AB, AB, and the third stanza is AB, CB. So, this is a pattern of words. Now, next poetic device that is very important, figures of speech. So the figures of speech used in the poem are alliteration, metaphor and personification. Now let's discuss figures of speech one by one. First one is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds in the line. Here in the poem, and on the strangest sea, the letter S in strangest and S in sea has been repeated. So here in this line, the figure of speech is alliteration.